To drink more than I did yesterday. Dude, they're the worst. They are the worst. They are the worst. Copyright? Good. I rolled. It's the worst. And good luck. Good luck getting it done. I mean, will you eventually get it done? Yes. Will it take you forever? Yes. The system is inherently flawed. You know, morning, that one. It is inherently flawed. We don't have money problems. The answer is yes. I mean, it's not like there's a dude over there listening to everything that you're doing and, you know, and doing it that way. It's just, their system is going through and their system is flagging them automatically. I mean, it's not, it's going to do them all. Just the way it is. Come on, bomb me, man. Okay. There is eventually, yes, but again, from what I've... Oh, fuck. I went in the wrong way on that one. Oh, a couple bombs anyway. From what I've understood, it is an insane pain in the ass. Unless you have, like, a verified account or anything like that. Then it's easy, because then they actually care. But if you're a pleb, they don't give a shit. Dude, we're all plebs. It's all good. We are all plebs. I have, so you know, I have my YouTube channel that I archive all my races on. I've got 3 years worth of races on there. It is very boring. I would not recommend anybody actually go there and look at it. Because it is, God damn it, I keep getting hit by that. But yeah, it is very boring. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not like it's the most exciting thing in the world. But I get copyright claims all the time. So with Zelda races, I get them with the opening. Like I'll get one on this one because I sat at the opening screen for too long. The menu screen. It triggers the menu screen triggers a copyright claim. Now it's not a strike. Because but they demonetize it, which is fine. I don't monetize my channel. I have never any intention to monetizing that channel. But if I did, I wouldn't be able to monetize hardly any of these. And then the free enterprise ones always get dinged whenever I'm doing the twin harp, because even the MIDI sounds, the MIDI music triggers the claim thing for just about every song that's out there, so that gets triggered as well. But I have gotten 2 strikes recently, like actual hard strikes. Now they're easy to fix, but when I was doing the Dragon Quest XI playthrough, and this is baffling to me. So they won't let you do credits. You cannot apparently do credits in your videos. Like, you can do all the gameplay you want, But the credits, it's not the music that gets hit, it's the actual credits themselves, which makes no sense. I would think the credits would be the one thing you would want to show. They will strike your channel for having credits on there, and it's in the description for the strike. And I got 2 of those. Because there's 2 endings. You know, there's the first ending when you think you beat it the first time, and then the real ending after you beat what's-his-nuts. And it blew me away. So the videos, the fix for that is it tells you can keep it if you remove the credits. And it's easy. You just hit a button and it removes the credits. You know, it takes about a day because they have to, basically they decode the 2 videos and then re-encode them and smush them together, and they remove the section. But I saw that, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That is the most ridiculous thing, and it happened immediately. Like, I uploaded the videos, and within an hour, I got an email saying that I got a strike for them. And then I just removed the credits, and everything's great. So there's a huge 10-minute gap in each one of the endings of those 2 videos. But the system is just ridiculous. Yeah, there's a workaround for yours too. There's a workaround for you too, which is they give you the option to auto mute, which makes no fuck. I hate it when that happens. Which doesn't make any sense for what you're doing. You wouldn't ever want to do that, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean but the thing is, in that case, it's the system is just looking at every single video that comes up, and if it recognizes it, it just auto-files a copyright claim. And it'll continue to do that until an exception is made. Which, yeah, can it be done? Yes, but again, good luck. Oh, money. Like I said, yeah, good luck. It's horrible. And YouTube themselves have come out and said the system sucks. But because there's so much content on there, it's not like a dude can sit in a desk and watch every fucking video. It's not, you know, I'm not faulting them for the way that they put the system in place. What I am faulting for is that they do not have manual intervention. You know, have the system do what it does, but have there be a little bit of manual intervention for obvious shit. What's the... some of you guys might actually know this, because I know some of you guys... This is dating our channel big time here. And maybe, I don't know if any of you guys are in this boat. I don't think you are, but a few of the older guys... The original, like, our original mods, like Mooner and Space Age, they came over from a and exactly though, when that's the catch. But so back when I used to, there was a time way back when we used to do nothing but Magic streaming. Well, mostly Magic streaming. That I was attempting to. This is back when we actually had a huge viewership, and we would, you know, we would pull decent numbers when we were streaming, and we never got partnered, and that's still a little sour, but you know, we had a system in place that we were going to have one channel, and we were going to have multiple streamers on the one channel. And there's 3 of us that were at one time that we were streaming on this same channel, which if I would have changed the URL back then. I actually was planning on doing that. I have the backup channel still, I think, but and it was a good system, and eventually it petered out, and I did some advertising on the morning stream with Scott Johnson of Right of It. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I paid for advertising twice, and it worked a little bit. I mean, we had some people come in, and we, you know, the advertising did what it was supposed to do. We did get some people in here. It just didn't take off. You know, lost a couple $100, whatever. It's no big deal. But the reason I bring that up, long story short, is they have the same issue that you're having. I have one bomb. I'm not going to fuck it up. Where they have 2 shows that they do, and they play royalty-free music on it. Well, on the morning stream portion of it, they have to mute it. Like, they auto-mute it. They pause the live stream and while they record, and because even though they have full rights to do it, it'll get hit every time. Every single time. Without fail. Good morning. This is the first Sunday you didn't sleep in. I figured I had plenty of time to get a race in.
I was up for a little bit. Of course, Troy came up there and pestered me.
Yeah.
But
Cat's been running crazy this morning. They've been hissing, growling at each other. Yeah, I figured I had plenty of time to get a race in. I didn't expect you to be up till at least after 9. We'll go shopping when I'm done.
I got a shower.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, like I was saying, so they have to pause that, and they have another show as well that all they do is they do covers of shows. Red 5 Green. That's an interesting one. 1 second here. And that gets hit every single time too. They can't even put that on YouTube because of that situation. So anyway, yeah, long story short, you are absolutely not in the minority. You are in the majority of people that have the same issues that you do. So long story, but yeah, we made it to the point eventually.
Hi. I think you like storytelling.
I love storytelling. Like, I could be old man sitting in a rocking chair surrounded by 10 kids and saying, "My day, let me tell you a story." I could totally do that. Except that I would scare the kids. Be like, "Damn it! We did it this way, and you sons of bitches that do it in other ways." That would be me. Come stay a while and listen.
Sounds like
You got to be careful with Deckard Cain, though. Here's the thing with Deckard Cain, and I've noticed this too. And it's a bad impression of a bad impression. There was an old Saturday Night Live back in the 90s with Jim Carrey. And it was Jim Carrey doing Jimmy Stewart. So I can do Jim Carrey doing Jimmy Stewart. Like a bad impression of a bad impression. Back in my day, there was this guy named Jim Stewart. And he would talk very slow and deliberate like this. So I can do a bad impression of a bad impression. If you watch that SNL episode, though, it is amazing because he does a poem. He does a poem called Little Fish, and it's just insanely funny to listen to. But yeah, I could do a bad impression of a bad impression. I haven't seen that. I'm probably butchering it really bad because I haven't watched that in maybe 15 years. But it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. It's funny as fuck. Of course it is. No, we'll get the hookshot or the flippers first. We'll get hookshot or flippers, then we'll get the flippers. I have a poem to read to you today. It's called Little Fish. Again, that's probably one I'm probably butchering it horribly. But that's a talent that I have. Like, I can do impressions of impressions. If I hear it, I could do it. But I couldn't, I could not, like, with very, very few exceptions, I cannot do a good impression of somebody and just wing it. The exception to that rule is Strongman. Oh my god, are you serious, man? I clipped the fucking corner of that? Alright, well. Fake flippers, everybody. The exception to the rule of strongman. I can do a great strongman if I really want to. Because it's one of those that just comes natural and it's just wonderful. I'll never forget the day I did, this is back in Wrath, I'm going to say Wrath raiding in WoW. And somebody was basically proof called me, say you can't actually, you're not doing the voice of Strongbad. So we were doing, this is really early on when we did, oops, I'm already there. We did Naxxramas, and I had to prove him wrong, I ended up doing the, wow, there you go. I ended up doing the raid chat, the raid talk, like completely in Strongbad voice. It blew him away. I loved it. Basically the discussion about how to do each raid boss. That's so much fucking fun. I've noticed over the years, though, it makes my voice get really scratchy, and after a while it actually hurts, so I can't do it for very long. I'm sure if I actually put effort into it, I could actually be pretty good at it. That would also, again, require effort. So what important thing did we miss at, we missed something important there, I'm sure. At, we were trying to fake flipper there. I mean, we lost 30 seconds, but... Well, I'm curious. We're going to get the flippers here really soon, and then we're going to be really, really wishing that we went back there. Fire Rod, that's a good one. Okay, I'll take... Yeah, that's actually... that would be a really good one. Because we're about to get our Dark World access. Yeah, I buy that. God, now I'm thinking about that damn Jim Carrey episode. That's the same Jim Carrey episode where they do the Ride the Snake. I'm telling you, man. Funny as fuck. Love that episode. Mid-90s Saturday Night Live, you can't beat it. Late 80s to like 1987 through 1998, maybe, is some of the best Saturday Night Live you're ever going to see. Get all the way around. The only question is, and this is this is clearly an Agassiz. We see it, you know. Fire Marshal Bill. Fire Marshal Bill is great. So good. So good. Yeah, I haven't watched Saturday. You know what? I changed that. I've seen some snippets of Saturday Night Live. The one that I did watch, and I watched almost the entire episode because I saw like all the clips. The one that Eddie Murphy did like 3 or 4 months ago. Wow. That was funny, and it had nothing to do with anybody else on Saturday Night Live. It had everything to do with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy still has it. He's still got it. Dude without a doubt, he's still got it. That was a funny fucking episode. Like, every skit that he did was spot on. That brings us to the word of the day. Squatters' rights. Yeah, I'll see, like, some of the cold opens are still okay. Like, it has its moments. I would never sit there and actually watch an episode, like a full episode start to finish, but I would watch, you know, I'll watch cold opens occasionally. Stuff like that. course, there's nothing here. There never is. There never is. When you get early Eastern access, there's nothing there. I have not seen. Alright. I mean, we're just going to go ahead and do this, even though that we might have to double back at some point. Because we have left 2 items back here. But we're just going to go and do it. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not familiar with what you young kids call comedy today. I'm trying to think, what was the other one? I mean, there's a few of them that are you know, within the last like 5 years that are really good. The Dave Chappelle episode. You know, I've seen some of those. Like, I know the Jack Sparrow song. I've seen that. So yeah, I roughly know. And yes, I think I've heard I'm on a boat. Yeah. So I roughly know what you're talking about. I didn't realize that was the same. But, yeah, the Dave Chappelle episode of Saturday Night Live was amazing. The open with Dave Chappelle as Negan from The Walking Dead is amazing. Yeah, it has its moments. I get the show as a whole is bad, but it still does have its moments. The episode where Matt Damon came on and did Judge Kavanaugh was a great little 10-minute snippet. I think that was a cold open as well. Oh, damn, I want to kill that one. So yeah, has moments. That's why I don't mind. I watch snippets from time to time. I'll see, you know, bits and pieces, but again, I wouldn't sit there and actually watch a whole episode start to finish. Oh, thank you for walking into that. Silvers make this easy. Damn it. That being said, TV as a whole, I just don't watch it. Like, we watch, there's only one show on actually, well, for the most part, there's only one show on actual television that my wife and I watch. And that's Better Call Saul, because if you're not watching Better Call Saul, you're doing something wrong. Because Better Call Saul is amazing. The writing on that show is just spot on. If you enjoyed Breaking Bad, and everybody that's watched it does, you'll enjoy Better Call Saul. So fucking good. I think it is the only show currently on actual television that my wife and I will watch. Everything else is on streaming. Yet I still pay for cable. In fact, they just raised my cable rates this last month. Thankfully, because I work from home, my boss offered to pay the difference that they raised my cable rates, which is wonderful, so I don't have to pay $60 extra a month. Uh-oh. Is it okay, is it puke or is it like spit? That's Jasper. I cleaned up some this morning. He did that the other day too. I think he's got a hairball that he can't get out.
His sinuses or his snottiness is getting infected.
Yeah, I cleaned some up there this morning too. I've seen him do that a couple of times. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Why does that make you want to gag more than actual vomit? For some reason.
Because it's just acid. It's just stomach acid.
That just made me want to gag just now cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Because cleaning up cat puke and pee and poop doesn't make me gag like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why spit does.
Yeah, no, that's Jasper 100%. Again, I think he's got a hairball in his system. He just hasn't been able to get it out. Because he did harf up part of a hairball the other day. That was fun to clean, by the way.
Eat his hair off of it.
Yeah. Pretty much,
Michael
yeah.
said he won't watch Better Call Saul. He doesn't like Saul's character.
What? Oh my god! Okay,
So you have to try.
the next...
He's almost done with Breaking Bad.
Oh, he will... He
And
needs...
he's gonna watch.
He
He said he'll watch.
You know what, though? The character on Saul, on Better Call Saul versus Saul from Breaking Bad are two very different characters.
Yeah, because he's not at that point yet.
Yeah,
He was a different
yeah.
person before that.
Oh, dude, next time we talk to Mikey, I will... I'll
Tell him to give it a shot.
beat some sense into him.
Just gotta try.
That boy! We should do a check here. Good, and where's the other 5-6? Good. But yeah, the, what was I saying? Yeah, I lost train of thought. Very important, whatever it was. So the question is flippers or hookshot at, which one of those is at Lazy Kid or Regina's Cave? It's probably flippers, and then there's a glove sitting at, Waterfall, something we missed. Yeah, Better Call Saul, a fantastic show. It's the best show on TV right now. Like on on cable television, it's the best. Like I challenge you to find a better show right now that is on cable television. And I wouldn't be able to back that up because I don't watch hardly anything else on cable television. In fact, right now, I ain't watching shit on cable television because the only reason I keep cable television is for sports. Guess what's not on fucking TV right now? God, I miss sports so much. I was watching rugby. I watched women's rugby highlights the other day on YouTube. I shit you not. It was Japan... Yeah. It was Japan and I can't remember the other team. It's like I gotta have something. It was women's rugby, women's international rugby. I never thought I'd see the day. I need my fix. They were showing, MLB has been doing, like, flashback games. I kind of want to I'm taking that hit intentionally there. It's going to be 2 bombs. There are 2 keys. We know it. It has to be 2 keys here. Let me get it done. Excuse me, damn it. But MLB has been doing old school games. Well, not old school games, just highlights of games from the last like 10 years. They've been doing a lot of those. I got to watch the David Bodie game the other day versus the Nats. That was in May or June of 2018. It's called the David Bodie game because they were down 3-0 going into the bottom of the 9th, and then the Nationals loaded the bases with 2 outs. David Bodie came up as a pinch hitter and fucking smacked a goddamn grand slam to win the game. Fucking awesome! That'll forever be known as the David Bodie game. Got a bat! Good morning. Thank you, sir. For the first time all week, I think. I don't think I've played a ladder race all week. Like, this is my first time actually all week playing in my own ladder. Because we've just been so fucking busy with shit. And the only reason I stuck it in is because I figured I had time this morning because usually my wife sleeps in on Sundays and... Hey, oh my god, progression. Not much progression, but a little bit of progression. This is an awkward situation because I think the correct call here is to death warp and walk to catfish. That's a long walk. Is it faster to save quit? If I save quit, if I death warp and walk out, I gotta walk through the maze. I think it's faster to save quit. Because I don't have to do the death warp. Oh shit, you know what? I think this might be the map compass. I think we already found all 5. Yeah. Oh no, well, no. We knew that. It's Ambrosia. God damn it. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna do the save. We're gonna do it this way. I think this is faster. I'm pretty sure this is faster. And if it's not faster, it feels faster. And if it feels faster, that's the important part. Even if it isn't, if it feels faster, it is faster. I think that was actually faster. So, yeah, we're still breadcrumbing here, unfortunately. I mean, this is about as linear as it gets. Our hope is that we did not miss something at hookshot or flippers, which I'm guessing we probably did. At Lazy Kid or Agina. That's my guess. We did miss something there. Or we just missed the, what we were talking about earlier, something important at, from the fake flipper spot, which would have helped tremendously in this case. I actually didn't mean to do that, but it was cool. So, I mean, what we did was required. I mean, it was required. Let's face it. Aga was required for the C. There's no... I have no doubts about that. Jesus. Okay, fucking lay off, dude! Holy shit. I gotta be careful. Fake flipper is absolutely out of sequence, yes. Okay, be careful here. Another hug will actually kill me. That would be embarrassing to walk into a cactus and die. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Dead. It's actually really easy, Catabat. Don't play entrance. Problem solved. It's really easy. I think the only time we're going to be playing entrance going forward is with mystery. I have no interest in playing entrance anymore. I just don't. We'll play it when it comes up in mystery rotation, and that's about it. The cross keys match we did earlier this week really set me off. Which sucks because there's a cross keys ladder race this afternoon that I would actually, like, it's right in my time frame that I could actually race, and I'm not gonna. I'm actually probably gonna go out and use my chainsaw at that time and cut down a tree. You want to talk about good therapy? That's it right there. I'm gonna go cut down a tree with a chainsaw. I say that it's a really small tree. It's a shit tree. It's why we're doing it. It's not, you know, I don't go out of my way. I don't go out of my way just to cut down trees for no reason, but that tree needs to be cut down. Yes, manly things like chainsaws and manly things. It's just, the trunk is just big enough that we couldn't use a pair of cutters to get it down, so. Yes, arson, manly things. Where the fuck did that come from? Well, this is a problem because there's only 2 items left in sequence. There's one here and one at Zora. You know, that place that we were going to try to fake flipper to earlier? Here we go. I should just drop down. I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to drop down. I don't know why I went up this way. I'm just going to go for it. Just go. Because it's either here or it isn't. And then we have to go to Zora anyway. The only thing that could be here that would set us a little off is if it's the mirror of the hook. Which I'd be happy with. Oh, fuck you. Goddamn fake flippers. Fuck. Wow. I honestly couldn't tell you the last time I got sniped fake flippering. It's been a long, long time. That's going to cost us huge here. In the end, we still needed to do what we did. Because there was that... The glove is still there. Well, the whole... it's... Hobo Waterfall is out of sequence anyway, unless it's vanilla flippers at Zora. My guess is it's the hook. I'm off on that. Oh, no, I didn't. Yo, I right before the hobo. The guard with the bow sniped me because I got caught on the rock. And it gave him time to snipe me. So... yeah, it was unpleasant. I came in low, right there, and I got caught on that rock, and then there's the guard there with the bow, and he just oh, how you doing? So if we find hammer here, that's really bad. This is my not amused face. This is my not amused face. That means it's going to be flippers. This is going to be vanilla flippers at Zora. Oh, shit. Got caught on everything this morning. Good morning, Ursula. So this is going to be vanilla flippers. Guaranteed this is vanilla flippers. It could I guess it could be the mirror. But this is going to be vanilla flippers. It could be the mirror. Or hammer. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's a thing too. That's even worse. Because that means we would have been able to finish pod in one. So that's about it. That is about as bad as it gets. So I think that death cost us 5 minutes, probably. Because now we got to go back and do pod at some point. In fact, we're probably going to do it immediately when we're finished with this rotation. Yeah. So we've lost this race. It sucks when you know you've lost a race, and you're 30 minutes, you're 40 minutes in this case, and you know you've already lost. And there's nothing you can do about it. You've just lost. It's over. All because you did fake flippers and got sniped by the fucking Bogar, which I cannot tell you the last time that happened. Trust me, I don't think there's anything exciting gonna happen at this point. It's we're pretty fucked. You know, my wife and I were actually just talking about Taz the other day, because I made a noise similar to that, actually. Yeah, I did. I just did. Yeah. I'm gonna do the cardinal rule. If you notice, what I didn't do there is I did not go to Skullwoods. I'm doing that intentionally. Because I am going to go all the way back around and finish Pod, it's going to give me a whole bunch more chances to get Fire Rod, and then I'm going to go back and do it. But that was an intentional skip. I know the mantra, do not skip Skullwoods. I'm not skipping it per se. I'm just going to go do it in a bit. Fuck. I was just a touch slow there. So don't give me shit for skipping Skullwoods. I know I'm doing it, and I'm doing it intentionally. I still plan on going back. Wow. That was such a huge, huge deal. Because, yeah, now we gotta go back and do Pod. That's actually the worst part of it, is having to go back and do Pod. You know, missing the hammer is one thing, but having to go back and do and actually go back all the way through Pod a second time is brutal. So, anyway, yeah, hi. We're just gonna finish this out because we're good little soldiers and left. Wow. Plus one bonk. Well, there's only one item left, because the boss is obviously one item. Watch Fire Rod be at Pod. Like, this is the type of seed that you'd get Fire Rod at Pod. Alright, well, we don't have to do the rest, which is cool. Just brutal. Just brutal, though. Losing that much time that early because you got sniped by the fucking Boga. Again, I could not tell you the last time that happened. It's probably happened once or twice. Could not tell you when the last one would be. I'm sure it's happened before, but it'd been a while. Enemizer's another story. I mean, I've gotten hit in Enemizer several times, but not in just normal, where it's just the bow and arrow guard. That's the only thing that can hit you from there. Did not mean to release. It's habit. It's just habit. Alright, well, we'll finish the 3 here, go all the way around to Hype, and back into Pod. Just eat that time. There's nothing we can do about it. We just gotta eat it. Gotta eat it. I remembered. There was nothing we could have cared about in these 3 spots. That's why I didn't. I just wanted to do Thieves Time, just get it over with, and come back and do these. It doesn't. It does. There's literal no gain or loss to this. So there was no item we could have gotten here that would have made this any faster. So yeah. One thing interesting that we need to do this week, why is there a... Somebody, I gotta check the log on that one. Somebody tried to do something in the ladder channel that should not have done. One thing that we get to do this week, we get to practice our co-op. So Gloin and I are doing co-op week. This is spoiler co-op week. So I'm piloting one, he's piloting the other. I think we're gonna be playing. I gotta actually post because Gloin just posted that when his availability was. I think we're gonna try to, if their opponents are available, gonna try to do Wednesday and Thursday. So I pilot one, he pilots the other, which is funny because that means Gloin has to do Key Sanity, which he hates. So I actually get a little bit of joy out of this. Well, at least we don't have to find that. Well, it's not required. Turtle Rock. So there is a little bit of joy just watching him, you know, squirm through Key Sanity. Oh, are you guys playing against each other? Damn it. Breadcrumbing it up. One location at a time. And we're just gonna eat this time. Just get it over with. We know this is a time loss. It sucks, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's gonna be Gloin and I the rest of the way for our team. We both weeks 6 and 7 are co-op stuff, and Schwartz doesn't use a mic, which is always funny. That's the running gag that Schwartz doesn't use a mic for anything, but so it just means that Gloin has to suffer through Key Sanity. What is next week's mode? Is next week Key Sanity as well? The co-op, the straight up co-op, isn't it also Key Sanity? Like, I know this week is spoiler week, but isn't co-op? I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Shows how much I paid attention. Jasper. I'm sorry, that was Troy. That wasn't Jasper. What am I saying? All dungeons, gotcha. Is it just all? It's just all dungeons. It's not 80 keys, right? Troy, what are you doing, buddy? AD info, yeah. Yeah, it's 8. Yeah, AD co-op. Gotcha. Cool. I should have taken a hit here so that I could use my sword instead of the hammer, but no big deal. Yeah, we'll be fine at that. Gloin won't have... He won't kick up a huge fuss about that one. The cool thing is, and I love this, is that if we make it, you know, out of groups, which we should, we have a pretty clear path to get out. We're not going to win our group though, because we O2'd this week with cross keys, which honestly was expected, but. But yeah, because we O2'd, we're not going to win our group. So we're not going to get by. We should still make it out, okay? If that was Fire Rod, I'm telling you, I would have flipped. We should still make it out, okay, though. Again, our path is pretty clear. But, what was I trying to say? Oh, yeah, because if we do make it to brackets, the way that we lined up our group, which I think it was unintentional, but we did it anyway. It's the way that it was just set up. Is that I'm in the C role, which means I get to choose. You know, we get the fun part of the group, where we get to choose our flags, and not the. You know, I think it's like just normal open is the A seat. Ambrosia is the B seat. I get the C seat, which we get to kind of fuck with our modes and do other shit. So I get the fun part. Which means we're doing inverted. You bet your fucking ass we're gonna play inverted. Interesting. I'm not going to go all the way and finish this. That being said, Pedestal is increasingly becoming available here. Because that's 2 pet dungeons now that are open, and the third is T-Rock. And we already have the ice rod for that. This is... I don't know. There's whispers in the background that Pedestal is a thing. Thankfully, we held off on Skullwoods this time around, and we actually get to... might get a chance to check it out. Source might be a problem. Every time. Every time you don't stop, he's lit up. Every time you do stop, he's not. It's just the nature of the beast. Hey, babe. Let's do shopping around 11, because that way we can stop and get some lunch. We'll pick something up for lunch. It'd be awesome if we could actually stop and get something, but, you know. Telling you, I miss going to a restaurant and sitting down. I do. We don't do it very often, but when you can't, you really want to. Like, I suspect when this thing is over and restaurants reopen, I'm going to talk to the dudes, and we're going to see if we can't do, like, a Fogo night. And do some real good... do a restaurant night, because god damn it, I want to go sit down at a fucking restaurant, and I want to eat some food. I totally just did not mean to do that. I saw it happen before it happened. Oh, okay, come on! What a dick. Like, I want to sit down and order a meal. Why am I concerned that Kane is currently open and available? Like, I feel like it's available right now, and this is going to be Bombos. Yeah. This is seeming real pettish. Like, we're going to open this now because I'm concerned. I am concerned. At least we've shown that Aga was required. Both clubs are in the Dark World. Or we're gonna find Kane here, and Fire Rod is available, like in Skullwoods, of course. That's where it would be, because we did. Now I think I can officially say I've skipped it. Oh, that's nice. I can officially say I've skipped Skullwoods now, which is not where I want to be. And I do need to come back out of here, and when I finish this and mirror, so yes, because I do not want to be in Dark World here. Okay, how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? There's a couple of ways that you can do this setup here, because everything is on the west side of the map now, but things are a little they're spread out north, center, and south, and I definitely want to get my ped check in. How do we want to do this? I'm gonna just go check the ped straight up. I'm not gonna. I was thinking about doing Skullwoods to ped. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's still do Skullwoods to ped. Because there's one item probably going to be in the front, and then we can just mirror out. It's one check, but it's probably a good check. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this strange. I don't normally do it this way. I'm gonna do front to back. And you want to do front to back here, I think, in Ambrosia, because there's just the single item up here with 4 checks. The likelihood that you're gonna find it here is much higher. And this is gonna be a key. I think it almost has to be a key. I'm pretty sure this has to be a small key. I'm pretty sure I'm also wrong. Go figure. Let's put it this way. It's the first time I've seen that not be a small key in this scenario, where you get the big key in the front. One of these two will be. Okay, see there. Okay, there's our item. So now we can go. So we're just gonna leave here. I'm gonna get the graveyard check in as well. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna mirror when we get out. We'll go do our ped check, and then we're gonna come back and pick this portal back up. We'll check the other 2, and then we'll go down probably to desert. But I really want to check this ped here, because this feels pedish, where this could easily be a ped seed. We're missing enough, and no, I'm wrong. That means T-Rock is probably off the table now. Which is good. I mean, we want that. We don't want to fucking do T-Rock in this scenario. Cool. Okay. I'm not upset about that. I think I still go to Desert, though. The Smithy route, we can do it at our leisure. I'm not rushed to do the Smithy right now. That being said, we would get an additional 2 checks in. You know what? I think we're going to. I think we're going to do the Smithy. We haven't done K45 yet. And I think that's probably enough cause to do it this way. Because then we can also check the Bombos tablet while we're down there. And then if we find, let's say, Kane, for instance, and Meyer is available, then we could jump into Meyer. So... yeah, I think this is fine. We're already way behind, so... I guess if you're behind and you know you're behind... what am I doing? You probably want to avoid dungeons if you want to try to make up time and hope that it's a tricky overworld check. Just... I suspect that's probably the way to go. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. A little bit too soon. Yeah, Kane is kind of the wild card here, I think. Flippers would be interesting because that would get us in the front of Swamp. Hookshot does nothing except for Hookshot Cave. Fire Rod doesn't do anything other than Skullwoods. Walking when you have boots sucks. Yeah, we are well on our way to hundo this because we are very, very, very quickly just checking every loose area around here. All these little 2 of 3 of checks here. Because we're still missing, what, 3 items? We still need Hook. 4. We need Hook, Flippers, Fire Rod, and Cane. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay. It doesn't mean we have to go back, but I think it's worth it. What's the other 5-6? Oh, we've already done... oh, shit. Now fucking Fat Fairy's open. Blah, 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 blah. Let's find out what we need for Meyer. Do I check desert? Okay, ether. That's good information. Boy, I'm torn here. Fuck you, game. I hate you. I hate you so much, game. Leaving the door under the doormat again, or the key under the doormat. Leaving the door under the doormat would be very difficult to do. Fuck. I'm gonna skip desert. Let's just go ahead and do Skullwoods, and I think I'm actually just gonna go ahead and do Fat Fairy at this point. Boots are right here, man. Oh yeah, you missed the beginning of this. So Boots were at Hobo, and we died in Fake Flipper by the fucking the bow and arrow guard sniped our ass, and that led the Fake Flipper led to Boots and Hammer.
Well, I'm just looking at the Meyer website for shits and giggles.
Yes.
And the chicken we normally buy in the bag says they're out of stock.
The frozen chicken?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't buy that very often.
No, but we know the chicken.
Well, yeah, we don't now, but I mean, if they have fresh chicken, obviously we'll choose fresh chicken. If we need to take a trip to Mariano's or Bali, like, I don't mind doing that. I don't like the chicken.
I'll be surprised if some of these smaller stores you can think of are going to be out of food too.
I think Valley is going to be fine.
Why? Because it's more expensive?
It's because it's more expensive. People don't go there. Quality is fantastic, but my guess is that they're not horribly busy.
Baby, you have no idea.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Because you don't get out.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying, you don't get out that much.
What are you saying?
Like it's no big deal.
Are you saying I'm a hermit?
Yes. And I'm a hermit right with you most of the time. We sit in our basement in our desk.
She is right.
We're not working.
I am a hermit.
We are homebodies.
Damn it.
I'm surprised I don't weigh 200 pounds. That's where I'm reading where some people are freaking out.
I missed one. Damn it. It's a good skill to have in this scenario. Oh man, I'm so glad that we picked that up. It's a good skill to have right now. Like right now. Beyond that, like in 5 years when everything finally, clears back up again, then it won't be quite as good. But what are you gonna do? All right, we did Aga. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do Fat Fairy. Let's just get it done. Real easy check with Fat Fairy, or with Aga done. And then we're probably gonna do Desert because it's 3 items with green pendants. So we're still 3 items away. That's why I think this is a high probability spot, just because of the way that the seed opened up. It doesn't matter. We're still behind 5 minutes because of that death with the Fake Flipper. That's a 5-minute loss of time. Because it caused us to double dip pod, and we missed early boots. We lost probably 2 minutes on the boots. Maybe a minute. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes is probably too much. We lost a minute on the boot check, and we lost at least a minute and a half on the pod play. So at minimum, we're 2.5, 3 minutes behind. That's kind of why I want to make a play like this, just because it's a little bit, it's a little bit out there. It's not a check that people make all the time. And why would you? It's only 40 bucks. We are well on our way to hundo this motherfucker. Alright, well. I checked the ledge. Yeah, it's bombs. It's bombs. What are we gonna get next? Is it gonna be hook or is it gonna be flippers? It's gonna be one or the other. Hook or flippers is. Well, I mean, actually, it could be. I guess it could be Kane too. Kane makes just as much sense. Kane gets us into Turtle Rock and gets us into Mire. None of these are good things, by the way. And the time is going to come in the very near future where I wish that I would have sat down and actually relearned Harapot with this sprite, because boy, Harapot's looking real good right now in Hera. It's looking real fucking good. I could probably pull it off without that much issue. The problem is, again, this sprite, if you don't know the story behind this, so I learned Harapot like every good bad person should. And then realized learning it with the Link sprite is a bad idea. Oops, yeah, I forgot to keep it this way. When you're using the Ultra sprite, because the Ultra sprite's got that little tentacle that hangs down and covers the pixel that you need to look at, that you would normally look at with the Link sprite. So, when I went to do it the first time with Ultras, I'm like, shit, I can't see what I need to see. And I just never bothered redoing it with the proper sprite. Because I didn't want to pull a seed down, a practice seed down, and inject the other sprite to learn it that way. And I didn't bother. Nice. That's how much I care. You saw that? That's how much I really care about it. Doing baking shit. Nice. Nice Sunday baking day. So what's it gonna be? We're gonna find something here. It's either here or green pen. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Alright. So, flippers, hook. Ooh. I'll pass on the carrot cheesecake, but fucking truffles, yes please. Oreo truffle. I've never had an Oreo truffle. Huh. Different. Nom nom nom. Did it again. God damn it. Why do I do it that way? It's so easy to pull the fire rod there. So, one time, I ended up getting it with the sword beams that I've been trying to replicate it ever since, because it's not easy to do. Where you can get it all in one shot with the sword beams. I did it once, and now I just keep wanting to try to do it because it was cool. The problem is that one amoeba fucking thing, it just constantly gets in the way. Like, I should go back and find that VOD where I did that and figure out how the fuck I did it. Because I haven't been able to replicate it since. No, I've really been enjoying the amount of people that are. I'm surprised by the amount of people that have been in there and enjoying it. I mean, we've got like 300 people in there right now. And yeah, that's nothing to scoff at. But last day or two have been a little frustrating because of the amount of we've had some issues with the bot, and we finally ran into our first failed seed generation yesterday, and it threw everything into turmoil. I spent the greater portion of last night fixing shit, working on it, testing it, and then implementing it, and then only to find out that I left it. I made a fuck. Oh, if you do coding in any way, shape, or form, the thing, if you have a bug in your code, it's one thing, and it's like, you know what, you have a bug in your code, whatever. When your bug is a typo, I shit you not, it is the most frustrating thing in the fucking world. And that's what happened yesterday. Is that I had a fucking typo in... I copy-pasted some code, and I had to tweak a piece of it. And in doing so... I typoed something. And it is the most frustrating thing you could possibly do. Because when you find it, you're basically, I'm the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Yes! It's because it's it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Like, you expect it to have bugs, logical bugs. It happens. But typos are just the worst. It's the worst. Not only that, on this one, it's a typo in an area that shouldn't have typos. Because, and I will admit to this, okay? I'm going to admit to a cardinal sin. And I'm going to get shit on by anybody that understands why this is bad. So when I was setting up the API, the website API early, I was having some issues with the node return in basically that I was having trouble desyncing or deserializing the JSON object that I was returning properly. And it was one of those things, I didn't want to fucking deal with it at the time. And I just decided, all right, for right now, just for test purposes, I'm just going to return a string, and I'm just going to parse the string. And I just use split. I just, split it and parse it out, and it's easy. I mean, it's easy. It's really easy to do. But it's not the way you should be doing it. And I never went back to fix the problem. And I already built the parsing structure, and and then I started building on top of it the way you should not do this. So I have a bunch of returns that come back as string returns, and I'm just physically parsing them out. And I just never went back to fucking change it back to a JSON object. So all of my fucking API calls right now are just string returns. And it's horrible, and it's bad, and I feel horrible for admitting that. But I just got lazy, and I got busy, and yeah. So what happened yesterday is that I have my one of my string delimiters, I accidentally typoed it, and I put a yes, I created legacy code. I didn't even realize that you're right. I created legacy code. What is this? Oh, is that the recipe? Oh, awesome. I did. I totally did. I have created legacy code. Do not touch. We don't know what it does. We just know it works. It's brand new code. What is it? Legacy. Don't touch it. It just works. We don't understand why. Oops. I don't know why I did it that way, but whatever. I'm gonna... Of course. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, we're totally hundoing this. Yeah, I know I could fake flipper, but I don't want to. Ah, damn, I hate when that... I'll fix it eventually. I'll fix it eventually. It's so low on my... It works right now. It works. Well, usually it works. So, it's just one of those things I just don't want to fuck with it. Alright, so there are 6 items that I can get out of T-Rock. There's 1 item I can get out of Hera. So, obviously I'm going to go to T-Rock, and obviously it's going to be in Hera. Because that's how this game works. Nice hundo to start your Sunday morning. We need flippers and we need the hook. And we're gonna give them in that order. It'll be flippers and then hook. Because if it's hook first, we know where we're going. If it's flippers first, all bets are off. Because then we can full clear ice. We could go into... What are we missing? Everybody does this, by the way. Everybody does that. Wow, we don't have a safety or hook shot to get through the roller room here. I think I'm just going to body this and eat the damage. Jen, good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Did you know that today is a special Sunday? Today is the Sunday that says nobody has to go to work tomorrow. That tomorrow is actually going to be another Saturday. And then we get an extra weekend because I don't want to work tomorrow. Oh my god. Block my shot, you prick. Well, technically, I created that legacy code 3 weeks ago. But, or 4 weeks ago, whenever the fuck I did it. And it's longer than that, actually. It's been about a month. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Unfortunately, yeah, she is absolutely stuck going to work forever. Because there's no way they will shut her place down. Yeah, I was talking about your work and how much they suck. Yeah. Oh, I hear ya. I hear ya. God, I'm tempted to... Really tempted to go check Hookshot Cave here. I didn't. God! Jesus, you're fucking with my shit today. Well, somebody's finished. It's probably my opponent. Can you do this? Yeah, you can. Go figure. I did not know you could do that. I know you could do it from the other side, but I didn't know you could jump right off the chest. What's up today? Damn it. So we're still looking for flippers. Again, I was really tempted to not finish T-Rock here, but there's still 4 items in here. Like, it would be... Why did I go to Hook here? Because I'm going to have to get the cane back out anyway. Because we're committed to doing Trinex now. I mean, it's up here. Let's put it that way. It is up here. Or there's a fetch quest that leads directly to it that is up here. Because there's literally nothing left in the world beyond what we've got here. Could be in Hera, could be in Hookshot Cave, or could be in here. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's stuff you don't think about, really. I'm gonna stop here and do this because I'm a weenie. Is you don't think about those things, like the non-essential surgeries and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. You have to cancel those. It's amazing how much shit gets shut down that you don't think about. Oh, shit. Saw that, you see that coming, and you probably stopped. I did. Then okay, I want to make sure that wasn't still there. Oh, I did knock him off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm a weenie. And if I fuck this up, I don't want to have to come back in here. Okay, I really didn't want to pick up that heart. I don't want sword beams here. I gotta get my mirror ready in case this is non-essential. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick this up regardless. You know why I'm gonna pick this up? Because it's gonna be faster to go to the front of T-Rock. I just realized that. It's gonna be faster to actually go to the front of T-Rock than it will be to mirror out and then go to the side door. Wow. If it's here, this is the dream scenario for sequence breakers. Fuck you, game. Told you. I was like, I should probably leave here. Nah, we're good. Be fine. No, before anybody asks. I'm just telling you now, no. You know what I'm talking about. Got him back. I knew somebody was thinking it. No, I'm not going to use Icebreaker. It should not be legal. I refuse to do it. Cheating is what it is. It's cheating. It should not be legal in this game. In this mode, it should not be legal. I refuse to do it out of spite. That's still faster, isn't it? My understanding it was still faster. Yeah. Fucking hell. Well, it's faster now, because... ah, shit. No, what it is your ability to go through the, in the vanilla big key location, you can use Canis Samaria to basically push yourself through the fucking wall and bypass the barrier. And as I say that out loud, it infuriates me even more that it is legal. I'm going to say this again. You can use the Cane of Samaria to push yourself through the wall and bypass that barrier. No, Gil. Absolutely not. It is totally legal. Now, in NMG, they voted it major glitch. Yo, Ari. Ari knows. It should never have been allowed in Rando, and they got that one wrong. They got that one wrong. Why am I going to Bombos? What am I doing? And it'll be in the rules forever. Because we voted to not be able to override until 2/3 of the vote. It's in. It's not ever coming out. It'll be in the rando unless. And I say the council as if I'm not on it. Yes, I understand I'm on it. I won't be in 3 months, but I'm on it now. That I get, but it's never going away unless the entire the entire Randall rule set is rewritten and everything is revoted on. It'll never go away because it'll never get a 2/3 to take it out. Yeah, I'm on. No, Ari, no. Because it was said, remember if you read back in there that anything that comes out new is going to be voted on a case-by-case basis. We're not going to go back and revisit the old ones that are already in there. They're effectively grandfathered in now. That was kind of the discussion that everyone decided, yeah, we'll go with this. It's in there. It ain't coming out. It'll be a rule forever. It's Hammer Yump. It is now officially Hammer Yump. It ain't coming out. Yep, that's exactly it. It was only... Yep. Yeah, I mean, we both were in the conversation. It was ridiculous. I mean, I voted against most of them because I'm a curmudgeon, but this one pisses me off. Like, I'm actually pissed off about this one.
Look at my nipples.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, dude. Much appreciated. Happy Sunday nipples. Vegeta's nipples are extra round on Sundays because this is day of rest. It's 16 on the console right now. It should be 17. It'll be back to 17 on the next vote. I'm sure they'll replace, because when Ack left, we never replaced him. Because Ack is not replaceable. Which is true. He absolutely is not replaceable. That much is true. But yeah, the problem is that... And again, we voted for this. And I actually voted in favor of the 2/3, just because of what it means to override a previous vote. I get why I feel like that is important, and I'm kind of regretting that at this point, because now I realize how well that could be abused. But that was going to get voted in anyway. My vote didn't matter in that one. It was a... It's funny because we voted a majority to... We voted on a majority vote to designate a supermajority going forward. I figured that the fuck out. Dusty, good morning. Happy Sunday. But yeah, no, anything that's in the system right now is never going away. There's not a glitch in that system that'll ever get a 2/3 majority vote to override ever again. It just will not happen. So Icebreaker's here to stay. Learn it, unless you are an old curmudgeon like me and refuse to. It's the principle. Speaking of things I should learn, I really need to learn the quick thing for this because it's fucking awesome. See? It doesn't break any rules. It doesn't allow you to walk through the fucking walls. Oh shit. I got knocked back on that, and it really... I don't even know where the trigger is right now. Ah, come on! Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I voted against Diver Down 2 for a different reason. The concept of Diver Down, I don't have an issue with. The issue of Diver Down that I have a problem with is that it's a cane glitch. Well, Gil, no, you bring it up, and Ariel back me up on this too. If Hammer Yump came up for a vote as a fresh new thing, I would have voted against that. You're bypassing a barrier. You're bypassing a barrier that belongs there for a reason. On the same side, I would not... Like Ice Palace Bomb Jump is not a glitch. I'll fight you on this all day long. I'll argue to the core on what is considered a glitch and what isn't. Ice Palace Bomb Jump is not a fucking glitch. It is a clever use of game mechanics. You know why? Because the game was programmed that way. The devs intentionally put a knockback on a fucking bomb, and you're using it to your advantage. What does Hammer Yump do? It allows you to bypass a fucking barrier. What does Icebreaker do? It allows you to bypass a fucking wall. Sorry, you're never gonna convince me otherwise on this one. Like, I would be willing to sit and listen on a bunch of things. Icebreaker fails every test. Every test. Every test that you run against that, should this be allowed as a minor glitch, it fails every single one of them. I do not get it. Yes, that is a skill. It is an intended... You're using an item as an intended result. The Cane of Samaria was not designed to allow you to bypass a fucking wall. Sorry. You're just never going to convince me otherwise on that one. I get why people like it because of it allows you to route differently. That much I get. But that's not what was up for debate. The debate is this a major glitch? Yes! Of course it is! You used an item in an unintended fashion to bypass a wall! That's what the vote was! You cannot convince me otherwise. And yes, fake flippers are the exact same way. And I debated against that too. If fake flippers were up for votes, because of it, I agree with you 100%. It fails the eye test. That one is just one of those, like with Hammer Yump, that has been grandfathered in and it's not up for vote. And it'll never go away. But the problem is now this has been set up so that there is no way to override this vote. Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things. I get it. And I use Fake Flipper today. It actually cost me a few minutes because I fucking died with it, but yeah. Again. Yeah, it's... Again, I get the reasoning, but it fails by definition. Like, if you're going, how much time does it save me? No. You know what? It doesn't... It's not a big deal. If you're going by what does it save me time-wise? And what does it do? Yes, 100%. But if you're defining it by what it is and what it does, 100,000%. That is a fucking major fucking glitch. And I do not understand. The people that I think voted for it did it because they think it's cool and because it's going to save them time. It's not because of the way it's defined. And I was a huge... I went back and forth with this one several times. I brought it up in the chat. We should be defining what is a major glitch, not defining what this does. And every time, I got ignored. Every fucking time, I got ignored on that. And it pissed me off. We should be defining these by what they do. We should be defining them as a category, not as an individual aspect of a glitch. And it did not happen, and because of that, we are stuck forever with what is in here. And it's wrong. It's wrong in my opinion. It's what voted. It's what voted, so it is what it is. But it's, by definition, wrong. It was the wrong way to go about defining something that is going to be in the game forever now. Damn it.
If I can make this face nice and one.
No, unlikely.
Why?
Because it will make my hair look bad. Damn it. Ah, stop hitting me! Well, no, because, Spooky Glitch is a Samaria glitch, and that got voted in. I mean, I guess I don't know the answer to that by how... Somebody will have to back you up on that one. I honestly don't know. If you haven't figured out... God damn it, I'm gonna have to go the slow route here. If you haven't figured out, I don't use a lot of glitches in this game. I know, shocking. I'm gonna have to pick up the other one too. Shit, because I used one additional. Yep. Yeah, I'm not. I actually don't have an answer to that. Like, I'm sure they were there. I just don't know how much they were used. God, you know what I should have done? I should have picked up... Like, I'm going to open validation chest here. I'm going to open validation chest because... potential of a piece of heart. I believe I'm on 3. And I would go into this full. Tried. You tried. I have my own argument on hovering, and it's a unique one. And why I don't like hovering in the game. I actually don't mind it. Let's put it this way. I don't mind hovering because of what it is. It is the only allowed glitch that is not a do X, Y, and Z. It's the only one that is not a do XYZ glitch. It is a physical. It has a physical requirement to it, and I've talked about you guys. Anybody that's been here and comes here a lot knows the answer to this. Damn, I fucked that up. I get hand cramps a lot. Like my hands cramp a lot, and when you're setting your fucking controller up to do this. Because it's the way it is, and the way your muscles tense up from your fingers all the way through to your forearm, I couldn't do that for more than 10 seconds before my hand starts to cramp completely. So, yeah. It's different. Like, you could do it, it's just differently on emulator the way that it pulls. The way that an emulator pulls is just different than a console. You could still do it. It just works differently. Like, the mechanics are different. It's similar, but it's different. On a console, every time that there's a refresh, it pulls the hardware to see if a button is depressed. On emulator, it's actually saved it's effectively saved in a log, and it pulls the log. So it's a little bit differently. It kind of works the same, but it's not. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a double on that. That's fine. Ah, shit. I actually wanted Torch Glitch there. And I'm not going to get a triple here either. Be careful. Okay, that lamp is going to go out really soon. Alright. Let's see how bad we lost. We lost by at least 5 minutes. Guaranteed 5 minutes. Guaranteed 5 minutes. Wow, we lost by more than that. We lost by 12. Jesus Christ. I mean, we did full clear. Let's play the bonk game, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Oh, we full cleared the shit out of this one. Not for except for the last couple. The last 2 dungeons. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to step off my soapbox now because I've talked enough about that, but... Ah, shit, sorry about that. Sorry. I just knocked over my mic. I woke up the cat, too. Ah! Yeah, she's still kind of... She's pissed. Our ladder ranking is gonna fall. No, it's funny. We've dropped a lot just because we haven't raised. But so be it. All right, real quick here, while you guys are playing the Bonk game and talking amongst yourself about how I'm an old curmudgeon that will bitch about anything, old man shakes fist at Cloud. I want to find out who the fuck tried to sign up late and what happened here. I saw it come through. Oh, Zelnus tried to enter the race an hour late. Apparently the time zone evaded him at that point. Okay. So anyway, so for today, because we're starting to slow down, I gotta talk to Gloin and find out if I find out when he's available so we can schedule our matches for this week. Gloin and I might try to do a co-op practice just to get. We probably don't need it for this week. We really don't. We should be able to just steamroll this, but we'll probably do it anyway. But I'll see if we can get in a practice run or something like that. And then, what's tonight? Well, it's Ambrosia today, so it's Mystery tonight, isn't it? Is it Mystery? Mystery tonight at 8 o'clock. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'll do that one. Cat hair. I'm telling you, the cats haven't been around me all morning, and then suddenly I have cat hair in my mouth. That's what happens when you've got 3 cats in the house. Especially this little shit right next to me. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. She knows I'm looking at her. She's like, too good for you. Yeah, so. No, she's looking this way. She's looking over here, but if I pull her attention away... You wake me up every night like 6 times. You're not even asleep. So you're going to take my pets and you're going to like it. So, if you haven't noticed, this right here, this blue, I don't know if I can, yeah, this right here, that's my robe. That's my robe. I think we've talked about this previously. Is that I bought? So this is my good. I love this robe. This robe is my favorite robe. It's really warm, and so I went and I bought a second one, but not the same brand. And unfortunately, it's really light. It's lighter than I thought it was. It's upstairs in my closet. And I wanted one that's a little bit heavier because it gets fucking cold down here in this basement. So I bought a third robe, and that's the one that Kiva's laying on right now. It's fleece. It's really warm. Really warm. And I wore it for 2 days. And then on the third day, I left it sitting on my desk up in my office. And I come in there one morning, and she's just laying in it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then she refused to lay anywhere else. Remember there was that week she wasn't down here and she was never in the camera? It's because she was upstairs laying in that. So I brought it down here so that she would come back down here and lay in it. Now she sleeps down here often at night. I will never wear that robe again. It's hers. I spent $30 on a robe that I will never wear. And I don't want to get another one, because if I get another one, she's just going to take that one too. So I'm just going to, if I can, I'm going to find another robe just like this. I love this robe. I've had this robe for like 10 years. I love this thing. It's Really, it's light but warm at the same time. It's perfect. I wish Troy would... As you can see, obviously, we have big bed for small cat and small bed for big cat. But Troy won't lay in anything else. Every once in a while... Yeah, I spent $30 on a cat bed, exactly. Every once in a while, Troy will slip into this bed here where Kiva's laying. Every once in a while, he actually kind of enjoys it. Kiva will find that and will boot his ass out. Like, walk up to him and just whap him. It's like, mine! Bam! Like, she does not like that. She does not appreciate that. But we have 3 of these. 3 of these fluffy blue beds. And Dusty with an Exacxi. You're not on the list yet for this one. Well, congratulations. You got on there with you got on there the cool way. Let's put a little asterisk next to that one. You know, we're getting close to the end of this one. Keep in mind, we're getting close to the end. April 30th is when this box season ends, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do for a prize. So, all right, boys and girls, that's going to do it for right now. I need to go get dressed. We're going to go... we got to get some grocery shopping in because we're running dangerously low on groceries. And then I'm going to do some yard work this afternoon. I got to clean the fucking gutters, man. I got to get that done before it gets too nice. And then we will likely be back later this evening. I think I'm going to try to sneak that mystery race in. It'll be late, but I'm going to try to get that one in later. So enjoy your weekend, everybody. Have a good Sunday. And yeah, we'll see you guys later tonight.